What's up, guys? Steve here with Scotch and Things. Hey, wanted to talk about work gloves today. Specifically, you know, the nitrided gloves where the bottom side of the glove has got some sort of rubber coating or whatnot. All right, and I say it in like every video, hey, you guys, I build grain bins for a living, blah, blah, blah. But what we do is, we all wear gloves, one, to protect our hands. The metal is really sharp. It's really dirty work. I mean, when I talk sharp, it's razor sharp sometimes on the edges. And on like new bins, they're coated in a grease to help prevent rusting during transportation and storage when they're laying flat. And so gloves just come in handy. Otherwise, that grease, I mean, when you're building and handling new sheets, you get that all over your hands, and it's just kind of dangerous. It makes the sheets really slick and hard to handle. And like I said, it'd be really rough on your skin handling all that metal and the nuts and bolts. Guys are, I mean, you're just jamming your hands in buckets of bolts and the threads. I mean, your fingertips just really, it really is just saving your fingertips and your hands a little bit. So when I had first started, well, for years, I just wore the cheap, I think they're Well-Go gloves. They look nice, but the fitment's not great on them. They're really loose and baggy on your hand, and dexterity is a big thing in this when you're you know, messing with trying to get a nut on or trying to thread something through. I mean, it's funny, we're handling big hulking material, but you also need that fine dexterity. And probably 3 years ago, my guys started wearing these DEX Fits, and they were like, here, buy them, they're great. And I'm like, no, come on, they're just, I mean, gloves are gloves. And at that time I was buying the even cheaper Walmart ones. You find them in a 3-pack like this at Walmart for $3, 3 something. I was like, you guys are paying like $3 per glove, and I'm paying $1. And I mean, because they do get tore up. So finally, 2 years ago, one of them gave me a pair. They're like, try them. I'm like, all right. And they fit. The fit on them is absolutely great. They're snug, but not like constricting. Like you almost forget you have them on. And what you have is that fine dexterity. And honestly, these are the, I mean, a huge, it seems funny that a little $3 pair of gloves would be a game changer, but compared to when you're wearing those cheap Walmart ones, these really make a huge difference. And since then, I've been a believer. Only place I found them is on Amazon, and there's different colors. There's different varieties of these DEX Fit. You can get a little bit thicker ones for cooler weather. They have cut resistant gloves, and trust me, in my experience, cut resistant gloves don't really mean cut resistant. They're more like just an extra barrier. But if you were to take a knife to them, you'd slice them. So when stuff says cut resistant, be really careful, because these say cut, but really it's more like snag and tear. But these things hold up great. I can honestly get almost 2 weeks worth out of one pair, unless something catastrophic happens, which I wasn't getting with the others. What happened with all the others, and a failure point when carrying stuff, is like, you know, you'd get a hole here, or fingertips would get a hole, or any snags like the backs would break down. These really hold up well, to the point where when they get really dirty, I just bring them home and wash them, and a 12-pack will last me, I think I only bought 2 12-packs last year. So I went through 24 pairs of gloves, but honestly, I've still got probably 8 of those pairs that were fine. They were just so dirty, I brought them home and washed. So I've got I'll use those as backup. I'll use these as backups, and I'll continue using those ones I've rewashed. And that's the great thing about these. They get dirty and grimy, but you just throw them in your washer and you can dry them, and they're almost like new again. They really, this coating, this nitrite coating, really holds up well. It doesn't peel off like on some. I just can't say enough about how much I've liked these compared to other gloves I've used. Like I said, I think they're called Lamont, or something like that. Wellmont, the cheap ones you get at Walmart, or the cheap ones you find in general, and sometimes they're even more expensive than these when you go to like a hardware store or Menards or something. So here they are, DEX Fit. They're like it says water and light oil, and they will get wet, but they are kind of water resistant for a while. It says, you know, they're super comfortable. You know, they're super comfortable. They do breathe well. Like I said, you forget you have them on. And the best thing about them is I always assume they were made in China. They're made in Korea. So, and there's some other ones you can get that are like safety rated for electrical and stuff like that. And I just wanted to show you guys these, excuse me, because they've been great. And I don't see any reason. Usually I just get the gray, but there's like gray, blue, green. I thought, okay, I'm gonna get the fluorescent ones this time. Only problem was, like, they used to be like $3 a pair, and in the last year they've jumped up to $4 a pair, roughly around $4 a pair, which I'm fine paying because they're that good of a glove, to where the fit is just great on them. Like I said, the dexterity is a big thing for me, because when you're working with, you know, and there are times when even I'll pull off a glove just because something is so small and minute, but most of our stuff are bigger bolts and nuts. But I'll tell you, like, a big thing, like a big failure point on past gloves was when we were handling roof sheets or floor planks, because you're doing a lot of sliding. So that's when in my other gloves I would get giant holes here, and these wear really, really well through here. They don't wear out as fast, and like I said, they're just super comfortable. The dexterity is great on them, and I found you know, they last so much longer than the others that alone right there makes it worth the money. So there you go, guys. DEX Fit. You can find them on Amazon. Just wanted to show you a glove. I mean, these would be great gloves around, you know, working around the house. Like I said, they're like a light to medium duty work glove. You know, they're not big, thick leather, anything like that, but they just allow you great dexterity, and the longevity of them is, as far as I've found yet, the best like glove like this that I've found yet. And if I found a better pair, I'm a believer now after wearing those cheap ones for years and years. Like I said, after the guys gave me a pair to try, I'm a believer now, and everybody on the crew wears them. That's how good they are. So there you go, guys. If you're looking for, I mean, these would be great gardening gloves if you're working around your house too, because you get these in the gardening center, and they're always ill-fitting and just horrible. But these really do fit really well, and it's almost like a second skin where you forget you have them on. So there you go, guys. Just want to share that with you. Like, share, subscribe, and I will talk to you later. Bye.